Listen to people around the region, and you'll think the Cleveland Metropolitan School District is a place where fathers are not involved in their children's lives. Well, that's a myth. One of many that tend to get in the way of a real discussion about Cleveland's public schools. Fathers are involved, and they are involved because they know that they matter. Just ask Richard Miklas, whose youngest son, 7-year-old Colin, attends William Cullen Bryant. Every morning, father and son head off to school together.
Basically a role model for them. When I go to school, they see me, they know who I am, they understand who I am, and I can watch them grow.
Fathers as role models. That's an important way to look at their responsibilities. Branson Wright has a 5-year-old son, Caleb, who attends Campus International. Dad embraces his role. He has lunch with his boy every Wednesday, but Wright has gone beyond just lunch. Like many fathers in the school district, he wants to be involved in his child's classroom.
I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam. When he knows I'm coming to the school and the teacher tells me that, he's been talking about you coming, he's excited about you coming, and then when I see him, he has a smile on his face, and it gives you confidence. When your father is there, knowing that you have basically somebody that's your first best friend.
The involvement of fathers in urban school districts remains underwhelming, and the consequences are dire.
I find that most of the students that have the major behavioral issues are students who come from single-parent homes where there's no male involved. I try to fill that void while they're here and playing the role of a dad as well as an educator to some of the students because of that lack.
Father's love is one of the best predictors of a child's sense of well-being. And clearly, little boys need men.
According to experts, children without involved fathers are more likely to drop out, display behavioral problems, and bring home lower grades. Worst of all, they have a higher risk of landing in trouble with the law.
The real importance that I see in fathers being involved in their lives from the police officer's perspective is that when there is a male role model in a child's life, then that allows that child to see boundaries.
Those boundaries are what Ivan Salcido sets for his second-grade son who attends Louisa May Alcott.
It's just a matter of having a male role model involved in their life, especially from girls and the boys both. Girls because their father is always that first male figure in their life. In the future, it determines on who they end up with. Boys because they always imitate what their fathers was like. And I always believe if you ain't there for your son, maybe in the future he's going to feel like he shouldn't be a good dad to his children.
Involved fathers will tell you that their behavior is what their children pick up. It is crucial to a child's growth. Men who have accepted their responsibilities understand this.
I actually experienced that with some of my coworkers. They always come up and commend me for doing a great job of bringing them up, and I always said the kids are doing all the work. I'm just behind the scenes doing, encouraging them to do well.
I'd probably have lower grades and test scores if my dad wasn't around to help me with my work and to encourage me whenever I'm trying to do my schoolwork and other things like that.
Fathers do matter. The importance of having involved fathers plays out in classrooms across the country. Educators like Ryan Head, who teaches at Louisa May Alcott, notice this every day.
So you can really tell the difference between kids who have fathers that are involved and don't. There's just a lot more of, in my opinion, self-esteem with those kids. They have a little bit more of a respect, not just towards men, but even towards women. I see a lot of strong traits from kids that have a strong male influence in their lives.
So yes, fathers do make a difference in school and in their child's life. The involvement doesn't just benefit the child, it benefits the father as well. They have a duty, an obligation that transcends everything else in their lives.
It's a long roller coaster, but it's fun in the process because looking at their faces and expressions and how they do things and what they do, that makes me achieve my goals right there.